28 years later, we rated it
3 out of 5.
As you know, everything we say is subjective. We are here to talk about the movie, and
We're trying to give you our authentic reaction and learn from it.
yes, initial thoughts. I'm gonna say that I know you liked it more than the other two movies, and it's hard to not compare, especially since we watched them.
I think it's
pretty
kind
close
of
together.
I'm gonna say it's kind of fair to compare and contrast the series.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like if it was a completely different movie, then yeah, why compare it different, like another zombie movie? Then that's different.
Right.
But it's part of the series. Come on.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's fair.
So comparing it, yes, I think it's better than the first two movies.
It's not even close.
Well, here's the thing. So for me, plot holes are a very big, a very big no-no for me. So because this one had also enough plot holes and convenience that was unexplained, I don't like it. I did not like the movie. I thought it was a bad movie. It was badly made or badly executed, I should say, because of the plot holes themselves.
Comment down below the plot holes.
Also, just give us your initial thoughts too. We would like to know that. But yeah, my immediately I jumped to the plot holes because of how many there are and because of how severe they are.
Yeah.
Immediately with the first scene, it always starts. Their first scenes are just they don't hit.
They don't know how to start a.
And you know what's frustrating?
People like the start usually, huh?
Is that
I thought you were gonna go there. Sorry, I answered.
no. It's frustrating to me that like all three of these movies start with like a scene that is supposed to be like very emotionally impacting. This like, oh my god, if that happened to me, what would I do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But because of the logical flaws that it has, it just makes it so like such a miss.
Yeah.
In this movie, we start with like this kid and his family being attacked basically by all the infected or whatever, and there's a bunch of kids in the room. So we know that a bunch of kids are about to die. So of course, how could you not feel bad? How could you not feel like the kids?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, that sucks. But the way they did it, it doesn't make sense. How did this kid escape this house that was filled with infected? They don't even show it because they can't tell you. They can't show. How could this happen? They can't.
Yeah.
So they don't show it.
But you
They
get the point though, right? The point is
that he saw all his family, all these kids die, his mom be like, run, sacrifice herself in some sort of way or try to save him when she really could have closed the door behind her and ran with him or something, whatever.
I sorry to cut you off, but I'm like immediately already thinking like of a flaw. Like, wouldn't you think like you're gonna turn into a zombie? You're gonna go after him.
You're gonna kill him.
You're gonna be the one to kill him. Like, wouldn't you think like actually let me try my best?
Gosh.
Like she could easily got out the other side and close the door.
Yeah.
And try to help him like escape.
She saw her own son and said, "Get out of here."
Yeah, literally. So like to me, it's like come on, like immediately just.
It's bad.
It's the best. It's the best start.
It's the best start. Yeah.
That's not
Again,
even it,
it's
get to the part with the pastor part.
Yeah.
That part is.
It's clearly supposed to be emotional, whatever. He escapes, goes to I think it's a little church that they have.
Little church.
I'm assuming it's like a small town that like has his father. His dad is literally the father, right? Is the pastor, I think.
Pastor or priest, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
He's the guy, and he's in the church, on his knees, praying or being grateful, I think, for this whatever's happening. And the kid comes in and he's like, Dad, shit's going wild, and like I don't know what's happening. And he's like, it's okay, son. This is what God intended. Like my children are finally coming to me.
Yeah.
And he gives him his cross because he needs a memento to make it obvious that this is the boy that is the boy, right? This is the guy. So he gives him the cross, and he's like, go hide. Already kind of like confusing. Like, why are you saying this is what God intended? This is how it's supposed. Nothing's wrong with the world. This is awesome, or whatever. Like he's giving those vibes out, right? And then you tell him to hide. So if it was kind of like this is how it's supposed to be, why let him get eaten? Like that is what's supposed to be, whatever. But he says go hide.
Yeah, the realistic part would have been like go hide with him.
Right.
Like that's really what should have happened. Like what the hell? Like
It doesn't make sense that
it-
this guy is acting this way.
yeah, and not to mention his acting was terrible. No,
Yeah.
I did not like his acting at all. It was like you said it. It's cringe.
It was cringy.
It was cringy.
But
It was like
I don't know.
almost like he was evil. Like, I'm getting all the like what?
Yeah, but to be a little bit more lenient towards the acting here, I will say that the scene itself made no, like, well, who wrote that? Like,
Yeah,
why?
fair enough.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
that's
Why? And also, like, the zombies all waited outside of the. You saw them outside of the windows before they came in as he was talking to his kid.
Well, he had to hide, Carlos. So.
The kid had to hide, so they needed time. The zombies were like, "Oh, easy." They need a few seconds. We're good. Let's get in. You know, the kid hides, and then the zombies come, and then this guy's like, "Come, my children, my babies," and like literally says "children" or something like that.
Yeah,
and then like he's getting in, and he's like, how absurd! It's the third. It's 28 years later, and we don't know what the zombies can actually
The
do.
zombies still don't know what they're doing.
So what are their fucking senses? Is it sound? Because also the kid is talking when the zombies are already in there. So if it's sound, they should hear him. If it's smell, they should smell him. Well, how are they being drawn to these people? You know?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. They get the priest or whatever after he has his moment, and then they leave. They were like, we did it.
Yeah, in the last one, the father somehow kept finding the kids. Why couldn't this priest find the kid? You told him where to hide.
Literally. This priest was not an alpha.
Let's just say, yeah, that's a good point. Definitely not an alpha.
Oh my god.
That is crazy. So immediately, you're right though. The intro has been
bad.
terrible for each one. So it kind of sets the tone where it's like, oh, here we go again. Like this is what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Immediately, I'm already being like, this
Let
isn't gonna be
down.
great. Yeah, I'm already getting let down. I will say I was just thinking about it because the other two weren't so great to begin with. The bar was already kind of low for this one.
Oh, absolutely.
And you not liking it since you had watched it already.
And I told you.
It lowered the bar a little bit more.
This was a read watch for me.
So for me, because it was so low, expectations were so low. It actually
was funny. It was fun.
It was fun. It had the effect that it was like, oh, actually, it was better than whatever you lowered it so much that it actually.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Joker too, where the
Oh,
bar was
yeah.
so low that when we went into it, I was
It was
looking
a
at you
great
like
time.
it was just such a great time that I was like, wait, what are people even talking about? This movie is amazing.
Honestly, though, that was a perfect example of how that affects you. You know, like
100%.
I had been hearing from every corner that this movie sucked, and that when we watched it, we were like, it's gonna be bad. So we had a blast.
We had a blast. That thing was a lot.
It was so funny. It was good. It was great.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But yeah, this started off bad.
It was a bad start for sure.
Okay, not to mention that then it just completely changes the story. I'm just gonna jump to the end here too for a quick second. We'll get back to it in detail later, but this initial start of this story with the priest and whatever and the kid does not return. We don't ever come back to the story until the last 5 minutes of the movie. It is crazy, and it's not something that I liked, but it's something that you liked, and it's fine. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We get into the actual story of this movie, right? 28 years after that event, and we're at a little secluded island sort of
Quarantined
thing.
island, yeah.
Well, the whole
Every place, different places are quarantined, yeah. But
the whole thing is quarantine. But
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're
but
right.
this is a little island within the
yeah,
huge,
that's safe.
Yeah, that's safe because it's it's an
secluded.
island.
Yeah, it's secluded. It's an island. Yeah.
And it comes. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a cool idea
It's
that
pretty sick. I like
the
that.
water goes down and that's how you can get through. But first question is, why do they need to leave that little island? You know, they know that there's zombies over there. Can't they survive on their own in that little island? And shouldn't their bigger goal be to leave as a whole, like the entire island? But I guess you can't because of the quarantine. But the point is, why do they need to go into the mainland?
I mean, they survived this far. Why? You're right. Why would they have to leave? So to me, I agree. It didn't make sense. Well,
they did say at first they were scavenging, to get materials for their stuff, but for their town and shit. But it's are they still doing that? Is that the question? And if so, it's what are they looking for?
Frisbees.
Frisbees. And that's worth risking your life in that way,
obviously,
and risking your 12-year-old.
Yeah. See, those are the plot holes that we're circling back to the plot holes. You're so right. The plot holes always are a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, okay. So here's the thing. He's taking the main guy, the dad, is taking his kid, who's a 12-year-old boy, on his first mission out onto the mainland, right? That in itself sounds absurd to us. Of course, it's a 12-year-old. Now, this kid was born into this because it's 28 years later, right? So he
Right.
was born into this world this way. So we're assuming he's gotten training. We're assuming he's getting mentally
Prepared for
prepared.
survival.
Yes,
So
to be a hunter apparently.
yeah, apparently. So to me, after a little bit, I'm like, okay, kind of makes sense, I guess. But it still doesn't because you're straight up just putting him at risk. He's clearly not ready.
Yes.
He's a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Like, just wait till he's 14, 8, not even 14, sorry. That's so young. Like 8, 16, 18.
Yeah.
Well, once they're more capable. Not
Yeah.
12, I'm sorry. Like 12, he could do without going out there. He could do the training. In fact, there were kids training in the little island, too.
Mm.
Could have been part of that.
And also, I'm thinking like, why did you go so deep? You could have like just started slow, let him let him
Yeah.
adapt a little bit easier.
But then
whatever.
you don't have a movie, Carlos.
Yeah, it was hard to swallow to assume that
Yeah.
like this was a normal thing and this was an okay thing. And also for the kid, no offense, if this kid has been training for this long, a normal kid I understand being this scared and this whatever, it's your first time out there and like fucking up that hard.
Yeah.
And even so, like really realistically, I'm like, I get it, and you should fuck up that hard. You're a kid.
Yeah.
But then also then again, if he's that much of a normal kid, why the fuck is he out there? Like he should be trained, isn't he supposed to be a little bit more on his feet on like
Yeah.
what's supposed to happen and whatnot? He was useless. In fact, a hindrance the entire
Yeah.
time in the beginning. So it's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I get it's his first time again. I get he's a kid again, but then it makes it hard to believe like that it was smart of them to let him go. You
For
know,
sure.
like if he's this kind of kid, like why did what?
Yeah.
But okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it.
But it's
That's not a plot hole.
it's
in
the
itself.
convenience
That's
too,
just-
though. I think it's very much a convenience thing. The whole point of it was for him to find out that the doctor's still out there, and then that's the whole storyline where he wants to save
Right.
the mom.
And then he goes on his own with his mom that like is like losing her memory. So it's that is kind of just like
Another plot hole. Like, how did this motherfucker should have died immediately? As soon as
based
he,
off of what we've seen.
what we've seen, he's useless. He's not all of a sudden more capable. He goes into
Yes.
back out there, and also to just buy into the story that because there was a fire and now that's supposed to be the doctor. I know that they made it like it is the doctor, but
Yeah, the
it
convenience
should,
of like,
yeah, the convenience of it. If anything, what should have happened, he shows up and it's just a fire. That's it. There's no doctor. The doctor's in another place, or something. But yeah, it was just kind of dumb. And then obviously the dad not going after him like ever until the very end when there's a note.
That whole thing where like okay, the kid gets taken out to the mainland, gets shown the ropes, fucks up, and the dad is clearly capable. He isn't. The dad is clearly capable because he survives all this with a kid that was incompetent for the. He's not incompetent, but he was a kid for the entire time, right? So he survived. So the dad is like
He's just
this
making
guy.
it harder for himself. Yeah.
Comes back home and then shows like that he lives for the fame. He lives for like the cheer for me and my boy, right? Because he's
Right.
lying about all the shit that happened anyways. He's just
Right.
there for the party, whatever.
Right.
All that makes sense. He cheats on his wife because his wife, spoiler, has cancer. And at first we're like something's clearly off with her. Either she went crazy because of the trauma that she's endured, or something's off that she's like losing her memory, but also like her emotions are spiking and stuff, right? So that's all we know about her in the beginning. The cheating is what kind of shoots us into the actual storyline, I think.
Yeah.
Because the kid is like, my dad's been a liar this whole time because he lied about me being good at anything because I wasn't, and he's lied. I don't know about cheating or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he slapped the fuck out of me, and now I know that this man's dangerous to me,
Yeah.
and now I'm questioning. Does he want her to die? Because we all know she's sick, and he knows that there's a doctor apparently. So it all lined up right for this kid to go on his journey on his own.
Yeah.
He goes on this adventure. We're not gonna get to like how he was able to start the fire and convince the person to leave and all that. Whatever it happened, it's fine. He gets out. He's out there in the wild with his mom. That story, in general, is tough to believe because we already know this kid messed up. And you can say that this kid was in shock the first time
Mm-hmm.
around, and like he didn't know what he was doing for that, whatever.
Now he has experience.
Right, now he has experience, so it's like,
Now he's a
okay.
pro. Really?
Now he's his dad.
Her dad.
Right, her dad.
Daddy, actually.
But that's not the case. Like you can tell by when he starts to sleep, and his mom is the one who has to like kill that slow zombie because he was just that sleepy.
Yeah.
It's like we can still tell that this kid is still that kid.
Yeah, still.
Where like he's better. He's got the aim now that he can shoot like one or two down, but he's not capable of like journeying with his mom, who is not fully there all the way through the forest. Like we know that that's not plausible, so of course that's when like the military has to come in. The incompetent military makes their way back into the movie.
They love the incompetent military.
And I think that's what the purpose of that one was, that military dude, because this kid couldn't have possibly done it on his own.
That makes sense, actually.
Even though he shouldn't have been able to do it from the start, but whatever. Lasting one whole day and night on their own is pretty impressive.
Honestly.
For that kid.
Honestly.
But okay, they're doing that journey during his entire journey, which is the entire movie, second half of the movie basically. The dad is not shown once. The village is not shown once anymore, right? Unless it's like a quick memory or something.
Yeah. And
to me, that's kind of like, I get that it's no longer about them, but it kind of still should be. The dad was able, like he was the one who could survive out there. We were shown this because he survived with this kid who could not, right? Like he had to like literally drag him and stuff, and he was able to do it. So shouldn't he go looking for his family? Because it's not just the kid, it's the wife too. That his family's gone, and seemingly from the end of the movie, like he is very upset and attached to that family because of the little letter that he saw from his kid, right? He goes into the ocean and goes like, and it's like, if that was your reaction, knowing that he's out there, wouldn't you have gone looking? The dad should have gone, and we should have seen that, and that should have been its own journey.
To me, that should have been the journey. It's like they die immediately, and he's like, "Where's my family?" I go looking for him, and then you run into the doctor, and you can't find your
family. And then you
family.
See the skull of the kid. And the mom.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we get to see the mom's skull. Another spoiler. So I guess you know what I'm saying. Like,
so that was upsetting for sure.
Yeah, I get it. That it had that emotional, like the kid's willing to do anything for his mom. It just kind of stupid because you're literally walking her to her death.
I mean, he doesn't know that, but
well, he kind of does because there's zombies and he's not capable.
Well, right,
so in that sense, yes, I know he then literally did that at the end when he gets to the doctor. But I'm not even talking about that aspect. I'm not talking about just the fact that you crossed that thing to get in the mainland.
It would be even more wild. I mean, and like even more realistic, honestly, if he does this and he really goes like, I can do this for my mom, and then the zombie gets her, kills her, and then he's on his own, and then he realizes like how fucked up it was for him to think that he could do that. And then that's his journey.
And his journey is trying to survive, trying to go back to the little island, and then dad trying to find him. Now that's a story.
And then they find each other like somewhere in between, like where like they both see each other and like, Dad. He's like, son. And then like that's when the alpha comes. You know, and one of them has to die. That would have been a thriller. No, okay, but sticking with this movie, I did think that like certain scenes, like standalone scenes, were good. You know, like the mom.
Huh? Sorry, I was gonna say I thought a lot of them were. So.
Yeah. I think on their own, like scenes were nice. Like some scenes were good, and I know that you liked a lot of the cinematography, the shots, and all that. But I mean the scenes. There were some scenes that were like, okay, that was a good scene. I enjoyed that whole thing.
The first one you're thinking of is the sentimental one where she's like parting ways. It's like, all right, it's time for me to die.
Yes, I think like in the context of everything, it's hard for me to like really feel the full emotional effects because I don't believe the story already. I don't believe the world.
That's what made it hard for me, but I do like that scene. Like if like you're right, put yourself in those shoes, then it's like, all right, they did a good job there.
Yes, I think to me it is kind of because like oftentimes you don't get to say goodbye in the way that in the way that you want, and even though the kid didn't get to say goodbye in the way he wants, the mom got to say goodbye in the way that she was still present, and she knew that she was like slipping away, and she was like, this is the only chance I'll get to actually say goodbye to you and then go in peace in this one moment, right? And she got that, and I think that whole scene represented that pretty well. And I think that was like a lovely scene to see.
Yeah.
Again, in the context of everything, it was hard to like really fully feel it because of all the plot holes throughout the entire movie and all this and that. But there was some scenes that I really enjoyed for that reason, and it's just connecting it to like, you know, my family, where it's like, I feel that if that were to happen,
That'd be
and
tough. Yeah.
if we were to get that, and like if I were what was it, tranquilized basically, because they know that I couldn't let her go even though she needed to, like, or whatever. That would be so heartbreaking, traumatizing, but also at the same time, like, closure, you know, because you're still gonna get that goodbye. Whereas,
but then immediately after, to me, if someone's handing me a skull of my mom, I'm attacking you. I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck? I'm not. Oh, let me put it in this pile of other skulls. Like, I'm not freaking out right now. This is my mom's skull. This just happened like less than 24 hours ago. Like,
find a good spot for it.
Like, how about I find a good spot for you, motherfucker? You just murdered my mom. I don't care if she had cancer. Let God take her. You know, not you.
Well, okay. I think
I'm selfish, Carlos. I'm selfish in that situation. I'm selfish.
I was gonna say that is a character.
Also, you'd be
choice.
freaking the fuck out.
I think that's the character choice, and I do think, like, I understand the character that you're talking about. You know, the one that's just like, like, I am not gonna accept that this guy's saying that my mom has cancer, that it's incurable, and this and that, and like whatever. Fuck you! Like, you just killed my mom, and you didn't give her a choice. Listen, of course, there's that version of that kid that exists,
and then he dies because he's obviously still a kid, and he just becomes another skull up there.
But I personally believe that there's that other version where all he can do is accept because that's all he has left.
Yeah,
you know.
Let's talk about some of the absurd scenes, like the one that you absolutely. I mean, I also was ridiculous. The birth scene is fucking ridiculous. Another one that I
don't think I've seen something that absurd in a like a serious movie. Like, I could see it in that's straight up from a fucking like scary movie, like literally the scary movie franchise. You know, it just feels so unreal.
She's like, look, we're both sick.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that.
We can relate. You don't have the connection we have.
Yeah. Stay out of it. Oh gosh, it just, like, come on. The fact that, like, the idea that infected has a baby still.
Even that was crazy.
If they wanted to spin it into a scientific thing, where because of the womb, like, the baby wouldn't get affected. Again, with the senses of the zombies, why aren't they ripping her stomach apart to get that living thing that's inside her?
Well, no, that's a good point.
But all right, sure.
Also, the idea that it's not also a little zombie baby, just because it doesn't look, it doesn't mean it.
They're trying to spin it as like a scientific, like the womb is so strong. Whatever. So we're gonna say sure.
Right.
But here's the thing too. You brought up a good point. They feel pain.
For that moment, she was literally just in pain, like going like, and then immediately was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm a zombie."
After she gives birth, she's like, "Wait a minute."
Like that was ridiculous.
She's like, "Let me eat that baby."
And then like the incompetent fucking military dude.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, let's get into the incompetent military because they always need their moment.
They always need their time to shine. You're right.
Yeah. They come in from we're told
Sweden. Was it Sweden?
Yeah, it was Sweden, I think. Yeah. They come in from like a boat that sank or whatever, and so they had to get on the mainland, and they didn't want to, but they had to, right? It's like, of course they don't know how to deal with zombies, so maybe we give it to them that like they're like they don't know that they can come from every corner or whatever, but they should know. There's too many moments where like some of them get bit and they turn into zombies, and one of them just stands looking like, oh my god, and then like kills both of them. But forgets that there's a shit ton of other zombies. Like, again, what?
Yeah.
What? No, they wouldn't do that. And if they were like shocked, like, oh my god, we can turn? Which, why? If everyone knows that this place is quarantined and that this is why it's quarantined.
It's been 28 years. Come on, man.
Unreal.
Get with the program here.
Okay, fine. And then like somehow they all get killed inside the rest of them get killed inside the tunnel that they went to go hide in. Can't see shit. And then the alpha comes out and rips off one of the heads of one of them. But they had enough time. Like, at least there's 3 of them. At least 2 of them could have taken down the fucking alpha by shooting him. And they didn't shoot him. They were just shocked when he came out.
It's because, let's be honest, he had a big dick. And that is shocking. He's like, whoa. Whoa.
Did you see that?
Oh shit.
I will say that's one of the highlights of the movie.
He murdered them with his dick, probably. That's really what happened. Oh shit! And then both the army people, they just immediately
Like,
ready to
go
suck.
down.
I mean, he's an alpha after all, man. They're betas.
They couldn't control themselves.
Anyways, it was ridiculous. See,
Yeah.
the incompetent military is one of the things that pisses me off about this series. I feel
Yeah.
like I can't stand it.
It is.
I just can't stand
Yeah.
it.
It's okay. Like it's okay to make them dumb. It's just don't dull their skills. You know?
Yeah.
Like they should know how to use guns. They should
Yeah.
know how to run. They should know how to do
Basic skills. Like I could have done better than that.
In fact, the civilians do better.
Yeah, that's true. They're out here shooting themselves. Like
Yeah.
fucking
It's
dumbasses, bro.
it's too much.
But yeah, the part that I really hated was like after the
The
birth
birth
thing
scene.
and he's freaking out and then has the gun and instead of like he gets pulled
Yeah.
up. He's not getting pulled up by his
You
head
called
yet.
it before it happened.
It was just so obvious. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on, oh, here
He
we
was
go.
backing up slowly.
Yeah, here we go.
Scared
And-
of a baby.
yeah, and then it literally scared of a baby.
Put it down. Put it down.
I'm beta. But yeah, it was like literally like he doesn't get pulled by his head yet. He gets pulled up by his jacket.
Yeah.
Fucking put the gun up and shoot. That's it. Like that's how easy
it's
that would
literally
be.
by this arm, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, and his gun's on this one. So what he did was this
Yeah, just shot
instead
down.
of
It's like, oh fuck, here we go.
He's like,
Where- I forgot how to shoot.
yeah.
So dumb. And then the pulling the head thing off and then carrying it. The kid and the mom are not even fucking phased. You're
by
not.
that whole event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? A skull and the spine coming out of someone's body. You're not gonna be freaking out about that, and you're just holding it like it's nothing,
Yeah.
like some sort of souvenir. Like you know what? Let me add it to my collection. The doctor, fine, I get it. He's had hundreds, if not thousands.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The kid though, and the
Mom.
you were in this island for so long, and all of a sudden you come out and this is all normal to you.
Yeah.
And it's fucking dumb, bro. I hated that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the kid was traumatized the day before, so maybe him a little bit more.
But not something like that. And they were zombies. They weren't people. So it's a little different. You know,
Yeah.
seeing zombies and being like all freaked out by that shit and killing zombie people is a little different than a straight up human that you had a conversation and a connection that helped your mother.
Yeah.
Just like in that like hours
Yeah,
before
yeah.
carrying you, helping you on your journey. It's
Yeah,
like,
you wouldn't be
here
like,
it is.
No.
Yeah, it would have been freaking you the fuck out. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
it's
it's just
hard-
a plot
it's hard
hole,
to
man.
swallow, it's hard to swallow.
Yeah. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
I know. It's hard to fit. Yeah, and the fact also like again with like the way that time works in these movies, he's right there. He's like a card away, maybe two. Or
Yeah.
he's a card away because the guy was like backing up the entire time, like
Yeah.
and then he drops down. He's a cart away, and somehow the mom and the kid are able to run faster than it.
Always. The
Unreal.
convenience factor
He
again.
gets the pregnant dead carcass and goes, "Rawr, my wife," you know, and then like, and then like, never shows care for any other infected. By the way, the alphas, they
Yeah.
don't show care for the other ones. See, they just command them. They just go,
Yeah.
"Rawr," and then they do things.
Yeah.
So this one is special. So we're made to believe maybe that's his baby.
Yeah.
Which, how?
I mean, he fucks, dude. He's an alpha. That alpha fucks all
But
of
also,
them.
if that's the case, how is the kid not infected? You know what I mean? Like,
See, this is another part that I didn't get. He tranquilized him, didn't kill him. Like, bro, kill him. And yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, just kill him. Like, that's really what should have happened. And he's like, yeah, he's been around here for 3 years. Like, he's just dealing with him.
okay, but I think that's more of his character where he like doesn't want to, because if he can survive with them or around them or whatever, then I guess he can still be like, why do I gotta kill them? They're living creatures.
I mean, later, you fast forward a bit, they're literally attacking him. And
Yeah.
to him, it's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's normal. Also, like, in a realistic thing, like, if he gets tranquilized, the kid should have shot him in the head, if not the other guy. Like, you know, like, he should have
Right,
killed him.
like right, you're saying
Your instinct
like,
should have been like, oh, dang, you just saved me. Let me go shoot him and kill him. And he doesn't know that he's, like, being saved for some reason.
the kid.
Yeah, the kid doesn't know that because they get saved because he tranquilizes the alpha.
Right, the kid should have been like,
Should have been like,
thanks.
his instinct should have been like, thank you, got you, you know?
Yeah. Well, also like the kid like got like 4 different arrows in him already.
What?
Because in the train, the kid shot him like 4 times.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Never
But
once
he
in the
is
head
alpha.
for some reason.
He's alpha. I forget that alphas
Yeah.
don't die.
Yeah.
Like that. But yeah, anyways, the plot holes. All right, let's take it to some positives, 'cause I did enjoy it. First off, I mean, we're even having way more fun with this one than we were with the last one. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like even making up those scenarios.
Yeah.
But also, again, I did like the shots. It was way like drastically like miles away from the first two. Like it was pretty in my opinion. It was nice.
Yeah.
And the
cinematography,
scenes, like you
yeah.
mentioned, like there's some good scenes as well. So I really just enjoyed that cinematography, visuals. It was pretty dope, and even the editing. Like it kind of grew on me. Like at first I was like, okay, I get what you're doing, but it's like, and then it was like, you know what, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. It's a very unique style. The music also grew on me. It was like at first I was like, I'm not really vibing with this, and then eventually I was like, actually, no, this fit perfectly. It was pretty dope. So those are like all the things that I really enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
The acting was also,
The acting was great. Yeah.
it was great. Yeah, like no complaints there. It's funny how we have so much more to say when it's negative.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some cool ass parts. Like remember, like when they're running and like at the very beginning when they're coming back from their journey, and then the what's it called? One of the zombies starts fucking booking at his perfect form, by the way. Beautiful. Shit,
that was
he
pretty
should have
scary.
caught up. Let's be honest. Yeah, it was scary, but
yeah.
visually that was dope. Like how pretty it looked, but then also like only seeing like the splashes of water chasing and
Yes.
closing.
No,
that
it
was dope.
good. Honestly, in theaters, it was way cooler.
I bet it looked pretty sick. And then, no, I just didn't really enjoyed it. That's just one specific scene or shots that I enjoyed. It was
very
pretty,
good.
And there's
Very good
a
scene.
handful of that throughout, in my opinion, like throughout the
I
whole
agree.
movie. So that's why it's like, to me, it was significantly better than the other two. The plot hole still, because it's such, we hold it to, I don't want to say it's a high standard, just a basic. Because we prioritize the plot holes, or like the plot, not the plot holes, but the plot holes do make it not a 4. Like it can't be a 4. It was not just like good, you know.
Yeah.
You fix those though with all the other aspects of it. I would have given it a 4. And now because we're comparing it to the other ones, there's no way this movie is the same as those other two, because they had so many other good things that it did bring to the table. That how the fuck could it, even if it did have the matching plot holes as the other ones, there's no way you keep it the same as the other ones.
Yeah.
Like
a 2.2.
Right. Like, you gotta boost it up a bit higher. It's
Right.
Like I boosted it a lot more for me. Like for me, it was a solid 3, and that's not including the enjoyability. Like we still had fun, you know.
Yes.
Like just like the other ones. Like the other ones were, first one was like a 2, but I enjoyed it so much because we had just had so much fun, like making fun of it, that it boosted it to a 3. Second one I absolutely hated, and I'm glad I didn't watch it alone. But yeah, I would have been really pissed off, and it goes up to like a 2.5 because we enjoyed it. We still made fun of it. This one, solid 3 for me, because of all the other good qualities it had. And we still had fun, so I'd probably boost it up even to like a 3.5. We're not doing halves here, but
No, it's fair stuff.
that's where I stand with the movies. It's clearly better.
To be okay, here's the thing too. I watched it in theaters at first with my friends, and we made fun of it a little bit, but we're in theaters too, so I couldn't like fully roast it. And so I walked out of that theater mad, you know, being like, I don't watch movies a lot with this group, and it's like, oh, that's what we watched.
Now imagine watching the second one in a movie theater.
Oh my god!
Would you go to would you complain to the person like, give me back my fucking money?
No. But yeah, it was upsetting for that reason. I think that's like it lingered while I watched this one, you know, where it was like, I can't believe you did this to me. So yes, it was fun. Yes, like they had a lot of good things in it, but it's still when you mess up your own world that way, it's hard for me to be like it's good, you know. 3 tends to be closer for me to be like it was all right, and it wasn't. It fucking sucked, you know. Like there was bad things. So for me, that's why I go down, and I'm like, no.
That's funny.
But I understand. So
I'm just giving its credit.
let's go to the back to the end.
Back to the end. Okay. This is where this movie ties it all together beautifully, in my opinion.
And
it's a 4. It's a 4. It was so fucking funny and like absurd and silly to me. Like it almost wasn't like serious. As the tone, it was like completely changed from like the whole movie, what it was, to like this very silly, ridiculous, bringing back the kid from the beginning, like. And by the way, I know you're saying there was no point in this whole middle part, but to a point there is. Like, you got to see the world that was they're living in. it's just the story itself was irrelevant to like the main story that the new movie's gonna be about.
It's not that there was no point. It basically felt like we're about to see a whole nother movie, but before we do that, we're gonna tell you a whole different story. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
I know, and to me, it just feels a little like
you wasted my time.
No, it was. I'm just. I guess maybe it's because it's brand new and I haven't seen this kind of thing before. And you know what? Maybe it's innovative. But it's more of one of those things where like after a Marvel movie, you get after the credits, you have like a snippet of what's gonna come next.
Yeah.
I felt like they did that at the very beginning. Then they were like,
but let's show you.
But
another
first,
story.
this is the story of this movie.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wait, remember how we were gonna tell you something else? Now we're getting started.
And to me, that's why I'm almost like inclined to boost it up to a 4 because that was so hilarious to me.
Okay.
That they did that to us. I enjoyed it. Like had it been with the same serious tone, I don't know, then I'd be more pissed off. Then I'd probably feel like how you feel, because I'd be like, okay, like why are you now? You're telling us a whole different one, like, and it's this serious tone. It just didn't feel serious to me. It felt so freaking silly. The whole flipping and the way they're dressed, and it just everything about it was hilarious to me.
I can't.
I'm like excited to watch the next one now because of that
my
little ending like that. If the movie is like that for the entire movie now,
I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna enjoy it because
because
it would have a comedic effect to it now. It's no longer I'm taking it serious.
I get what you're saying, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
For me, that scene feels more so like scary movie, or there's plenty of movies that are like comedies, right? That are like intended to make you feel like that it's funny, or even like Fast and Furious. They like start to like lean into how dumb those movies are, and so you can start to like play with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, that feels good to play with them, but this one, it didn't feel like they were trying to be funny. It just felt like they were trying to be like, yeah, let's toss some like random chaoticness in here and it's gonna be sick. And to me, that felt like it's not sick. It was out of nowhere, and I'm so irritated that you showed us all this. It had nothing to do with the actual story that you gave us. It was like.
But to me, it's like that's your interpretation of it. My interpretation is
I know,
like
of course,
it's more
obviously.
of a comedic version. So you're choosing for it to be like this serious, which I guess they could have been. It's not like I looked up their review, like what they're talking about it and why they decided to do that.
Right.
So they could have been what you're saying, where
Yeah.
it's like it's gonna be cool. They're gonna be cool outfits or whatever the fuck. So to me, I'm just gonna decide. I'm choosing to take the silly route because that was silly. Like that was funny to me.
Rapid ratings. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got world building.
I thought it was 4. I bought into it.
Really?
Yeah, I liked the way. Like I felt like I was in it.
I'm gonna give it a 3. Again, plot holes fucks
Yeah,
with it. for me.
I give it a 4.
3. Cinematography.
5. I actually really enjoyed it. I know people might not agree with that, but
It was pretty. 4. Casting.
5. Solid. No complaints.
Yeah, 5. Acting.
5. Yeah. I like the acting.
Never broke me out of it. Yeah, 5. Editing.
4. I enjoyed it. It grew on me.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 3 only because I didn't notice it, and I need to get
You didn't
better at
notice it?
understanding it.
Like
The
fucking
editing?
very obvious.
Really?
Well, I'm thinking more
Oh,
specific.
you know what? Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
I was
thinking
thinking of the
specific.
cinematography, but you're right.
You know
that
what I'm
would
talking
be the editing.
Yeah, when it goes from
Yeah.
and then the red shots and
I thought it was alright. I'm gonna stick with a 3.
I'm stick with 4. It was interesting for sure.
Sound design.
Uh,
So sound design is like the effects and that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
not really too sure for that one.
I thought it was pretty good.
4. I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a
why not?
4. Score. I'm gonna
3
give it a
probably.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Music.
3.
I'm gonna give that shit fine a 3.
Yeah,
Because I guess Directing.
a 3. I guess I don't know. Not too sure.
It's hard to know like where the influence was for
the
all
plot
of this,
holes, huh?
but
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because I know that they made the first one.
I'm gonna say 3.
And I'm like, it must have been your fault as well. I'm gonna give it a 2. Enjoyability.
4.
3.
Okay.
Overall?
That's crazy. I give it a lot. That you would think I would give it a 4 overall based off of that.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely a 3.
Yeah. It is a 3.
It's definitely a 3.
Yeah.
It's we need a part where it says like the plot or something, like or
We could put one for the plot, but it's hard to
it's
rate
hard.
plot.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. I'm just thinking
It's
because of all these fucking plot
the
holes.
world building is where the holes are. Technically, because that's where the logic is, and
I guess I'm thinking of like being in that world. I believed it. Just the logic of
if you're immersed.
yeah, not if I'm the characters because that doesn't make sense.
It's if it's immersive, but like
yeah, it was definitely immersive. That's the part that I'm
but
like.
the
Oh,
thing
that's
is,
why I gotta give
the
it.
thing is, what you're describing is more so because of the effect of the cinematography. Because
Yeah.
because
So I
yeah,
guess I would drop my score for that, but who cares? Anyways, we
whatever,
got
yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
a 3. Here we go. Half a star. Really bad, very superficial, cringy at times, and the ending, a joke. What a joke.
Literally. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, this one's 1.5 stars. And it is after the first 2 movies, the bar was set really high, maybe too high. That might be all I need to read.
Yeah, that's off to a great start. Great review. That is crazy. I didn't hate it. I just kept waiting for it to become the movie I thought I was watching. In the end, I ordered water and got vodka. Strong, unexpected, and not something I wanted to finish. That was good. I like that. That was a good review.
That's a good comment. Okay, it's a half star. I love 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. On my deathbed, the one regret I will have is that I wasted part of my life watching 28 late.
Let me read it.
They didn't spell it right.
I love 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. On my deathbed, the one regret I will have is that you're right. I wasted part of my life watching 8 years later.
They didn't spell it right. It fucks with you.
You're fucking right. Viciously atrocious and really dumb plot. We'll leave it at that. I think we're good. Okay, me and my family got infected with boredom. What a piece of magnificent shit. Yeah, that's not us saying it.
No, those comments. The next one, garbage, garbage, garbage.
You don't believe in conspiracy theories?
I'm a Nazi. I'm getting too close to the truth, and they want me out. Listen.
We all got fucked by aliens, but the aliens were really getting it in.
Dude, Jesus is getting his butt kicked.
He's saying Bigfoot wants to meet with you.
Aren't you the queen of crazy land? Everything's the opposite of everything.
The Matrix is attacking this stream as we speak. The Matrix is afraid.
Some conspiracy theorists claim that Beyonce and husband Jay-Z are the reigning king and queen of this centuries-old organization.
I'll always defend a conspiracy theorist. In the middle of the pandemic, they just admitted they were aliens. Nobody gave a shit.
Watching our preview. We're here to talk about our projects now, after critiquing other people's projects. There's an importance to critique, not just being negative or whatever, but like giving opinion and thought on what you've observed, and especially for people like us who want to create stuff of our own, I think it's very valuable to critique others and then also like have others critique us. So if you are willing to critique our work, please do. We appreciate it.
Go watch our most popular one if you want.
Yeah.
Like the Flat Earth one, I think. Or
yeah, just go watch something.
Yeah, just go watch one.
I want to talk about like all the stuff we decided to do.
Okay, yeah.
To before we released this season. It wasn't just like 10 episodes that we wanted to make and release it on YouTube and be like, all right, moving on to the next thing. Along the way, we decided to keep adding more and more things we wanted to attach to this project. Like we decided to do something very specific for Instagram and social media. We then decided to make magazines that
Made yet.
that we haven't even made yet. We haven't even gotten to yet.
Started building the skits part. We're like, all right, we should add skits because you want to practice the acting, and
then we decided to add like a very specific outro with like animations.
I just thought it'd be cool to like switch it up, like keep it on theme. Obviously, like everything revolves somewhat a little bit about conspiracy theories to a certain extent. But yeah, we were like, let's just do some sort of animation. We don't know shit about animation.
Yeah.
And it's evident.
And then we went to a specific intro.
Yeah, the specific intro. And we're like, well, if it's gonna be like a YouTube video, also we have to incorporate that aspect where you're supposed to come up with some hooks. You see that all over. Gotta have great hooks and whatever, but also figure a way to make it like different than what everything is. So that was a whole thing.
Yep. And we wanted to make a website because we wanted to make merch because we wanted a way to to make this
so we were trying to make this a full-time job.
Yeah.
Like make some money off of it, obviously.
Yeah.
We know we're not making money when you're starting off yet. But trying to come up with ways to make it a full-time thing. So why not start with e-commerce or starting with like a product?
And that's what we did.
And so we decided, I guess the way to learn might be like merch or starting a brand. I guess I don't know if you want to call it merch. Starting like a brand and experiment that way, or other products as well, like our little plushie. So that was the idea behind that. Like that's the start, and then eventually it'll evolve to other things that we're more drawn to. But everything revolving around creativity.
Yeah.
So
we needed a website for that, and we're not done making that yet.
We built the products too. We did do that.
We did design, and we did
little like satirical ads for them, which is part of the skits.
Yeah.
Kind of what you would see on TV.
Yeah. And I think that was it. But it was a lot, especially because we didn't know. We were learning in every field.
Every aspect. Yeah.
Like,
we're also like trying to convert what we created as a whole into shorts and like clips, because apparently that's where you're at. You can't just make a film and put it out and just be fine with that. You have to also make a clip, especially if you're starting with zero.
Yeah.
We don't got no following yet.
Yeah, marketing is a whole thing.
It's like marketing, or how to approach that.
Yeah.
Kind of went overboard on that, but shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Did an excessive amount of content. Yeah.
And right now we're in the process of releasing all that content.
We do have some of the behind the scenes because we want to utilize everything.
Oh yeah, we did.
We're like might as well. So we're doing behind the scenes, so you get to see like, all right, man, dude, we're not being serious either.
Right.
In the actual
process
show.
too.
Yeah. I'm thinking more like in the show. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's like everything. You want some words of encouragement to anybody that's creating?
Absolutely. Actually, start somewhere. Just do something and let it go. Yeah. Start it and let it go. Those two things are very important.
And put it out.
That's what I mean by letting it go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, put it out. Like let it
I said
release
put out.
it. But yeah, I think that's absolutely the most important thing. There's a quote I saw somewhere online saying, "Make it exist first. You can make it good later." For the perfectionists out there, because there's always like something where you're like you can improve. And what if someone says something? But if you really want to be a creator, like using the internet as like your platform, really.
Yeah.
You have to be okay with letting go of things, and if you're serious about it, you have to start.
Yeah.
Don't plan forever. Don't just start somewhere. Our first project was like literally we had no real concept. It was kind of just like we want to start. We started the thing, and we learned and we practiced and we this and we that, and you're always gonna learn. You're always gonna learn. You're always gonna grow. You're always gonna whatever. But start and let it go.
Yeah. I think that's what makes it hard for some people, is that as you keep learning, you start realizing how shit the previous stuff is, so you don't want to put it out, and you just keep in the cycle, and then you'll never put something out. So we acknowledged that early on, where we're like, I know it's garbage, and I'm gonna put it out anyway because that's our worst.
Yeah, it's like it's also how are you gonna see growth if you're constantly like erasing the things that you think you did bad in?
Yeah.
You gotta. I mean, even if I guess you don't have to show everyone your growth, but in my mind, you're always gonna like adapt and find something that you could have done better, or
100%.
Like, whatever.
Like I have so many things for this past season.
Yeah.
For starters, I guess we took on too much, but
yeah,
it is cool that we did learn all that stuff, which is cool for the future.
Absolutely.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.